I'll be really, really irritable and nasty. And this guy's gonna come, he's gonna try to hurt me, he's gonna be greatly mistaken. I don't think he's faster than me. Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it. Like right now, I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible.
So, 21 days before his bout with Big Jake Paul, Tyson informed coach that this may not be his final time fighting, which was another startling revelation. Just when we thought the bombshells couldn't get any bigger, he made yet another shocking disclosure. Yes, sirs, that is correct. Who will be the fortunate winner is now the most talked about topic online. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. If this fight goes well, Mike Tyson is seriously contemplating wearing the gloves again. According to him, would you be interested in seeing the world's baddest guy return to the ring for another showdown? Even though Tyson is keeping his cards close to his chest, everyone is getting thrilled at the thought of Mike fighting again. Before his fight with Jake on November 15th, Mike must complete his preparations. If you want to find out who Tyson is targeting, continue watching. Alright, let's break it down. A few days previous to the major match, Mike Tyson has once again astonished everyone with a surprising interview that is going viral. And this one is quite huge. Things are becoming heated since Tyson has said that he plans to knock Jake Paul out cold before moving on to beat another opponent in their match. Yes, you read correctly. Tyson has his eyes set on a longtime opponent who has been dodging a solid flogging for a long time. Even though Tyson hasn't spoken a word yet, anybody who has been keeping up with his career and rivalries has seen one familiar face. Could it be Evander Holyfield? No. Louis, Indiana. His latest interview, Tyson made it very apparent that he's not taking this return lightly. Sure, folks have seen previous boxers come out of retirement for a short payday, but Tyson is making sure we all know that's not what this is. He's pushing things up a level, working hard, sharpening his talents, and focused on one thing: supremacy. He's even declared that he's in the finest form he's been in years, which is just amazing when you think about it, since Tyson at 58 is still an ABS abute beast. Let's face it, the power and speed that made Tyson a star in the first place were tasted in his previous battle against Roy Jones Jr. But Tyson thinks we haven't seen anything yet and that he is giving it his all for this bout against Jake Paul. He stated, quote, "I'm not coming in for a sparring session, I'm coming in for war." And if you know anything about Tyson's background, you know that he means it. This news from Tyson isn't only shocking Jake Paul's camp, it's sending shockwaves across the boxing world. Even more weird is the fact that Tyson doesn't have to do this because he is a legend and his legacy is cemented. Yet he is still thirsty for more. Tyson is back with a passion and is determined to show that he still has what it takes to control the sport. His constant pursuit of the thrill of being in the ring and putting down opponents reveals how devoted he is to this comeback. Plus, Tyson also added that his approach for this fight is on a whole new level. He's been training like he's prepared for a world title contest, and he's not cutting any corners. His mental focus, physical conditioning, and pure drive to win are stronger than ever. It's like we're watching Tyson from his prime, only this time he's got years of wisdom and experience to back it up. He's not just relying on brute strength anymore, he's strategizing, watching Jake Paul's every move and preparing to dismantle him. But what about this mystery opponent? Tyson hasn't given us the complete specifics yet, but whomever this lifelong opponent is, they better be ready now before we get ahead of ourselves and start guessing about Tyson's next move. Let's not forget the task at hand. First, Mike Tyson has to handle business, and that means taking down Jake Paul. Now let's be real here, while Jake Paul has proven that he's not just a YouTuber playing boxer, this is Mike Tyson we're talking about. Jake may have some wins under his belt, but he's about to face one of the most dangerous men to ever step into the ring. Sure, Jake has been training hard and he's taking out some big names like Tyron Woodley and Anderson Silva, but none of those guys are on Tyson's level with victories over some of the finest heavyweights in history. Tyson's boxing record speaks for itself. At barely 20, he became the youngest heavyweight champion in history, and his knockout power is renowned. Holmes, Larry Spinks, Michael Trevor Berbick's list is infinite, and although Jake Paul has been making waves in the British boxing scene, his past pales in comparison to Tyson's, who has battled the finest of the best. And Jake, well, he's still proving himself. Let's consider talents for a second. Jake Paul possesses strong boxing fundamentals, but his defensive movement and ring Q are missing when it comes to sheer knockout power. In addition to having the experience, attitude, and killer instinct that you simply cannot train for after you've been in the game, Tyson is on a different planet from Jake. Jake may have youth on his side, but Tyson possesses the raw explosive power that can shift the whole fight with one blow. As long as Tyson is in the ring, You develop a kind of sixth sense where you see opportunities before they ever exist. Jake is good, but Tyson is a legend now. As far as hype goes, this fight is on another level. The build-up to Tyson vs Jake Paul is unreal. Social media is buzzing, fans are placing bets, and every major sports outlet is covering the story. Everyone's talking about how this fight is going to go down, and trust me, this isn't just some exhibition match. This is shaping up to be the biggest fight of the year. Netflix has already announced that they'll be streaming the whole thing live, so if you can't make it to the arena, you're going to want to tune in. The fight is happening on November 15th, 2024 at the AT&T Arena in Dallas, Texas, and tickets they're selling like hotcakes. People are paying top dollar just to witness these two go toe-to-toe in the ring. The arena is expected to be packed with celebrities, influencers, and boxing fans from all over the world, and why wouldn't it be? You've got one of the most iconic fighters of all time going up against one of the most controversial and talked about figures in modern boxing, and don't get it twisted, everyone is invested in this fight. Whether you love Jake Paul or hate him, you can't dispute the man understands how to market a fight. He's been talking trash, calling out legends, and backing it up with victories in the ring, but now he's facing his hardest task yet. Tyson isn't some UFC fighter or an overhill boxer coming out of retirement for a check. Tyson is going in with the intention of finishing things fast, and he's making sure Jake Paul realizes that this is more than just a sparring session. If Jake Paul is banking on Mike Tyson's older age to give him an edge in this battle, he's going to receive a harsh surprise. Sure, Tyson is 58, but remember that Iron Mike doesn't care about age. When the bell sounds, Tyson's force is still as strong as ever. Just because he isn't in his 20s doesn't mean the guy can't deliver a punch that will rock your soul. He is also getting ready for you. In fact, Tyson's knockout power is renowned, and the weird thing is that it's still intact. If Jake feels that Tyson has slowed down or that his strength has reduced, he's in for a nightmare. There's a reason why they call him the baddest man on the planet. Even at 58 is working with the best trainers and using all the latest technology to keep himself in prime condition. We're talking about advanced recovery systems, strength training methods, and cutting-edge techniques that boxers back in the day couldn't even dream of. Tyson's team is using things like cryotherapy, which is an advanced cold therapy technique to reduce muscle soreness and inflammation, allowing him to recover faster and train harder. And then there's hyperbaric oxygen therapy, which helps oxygenate his muscles, speeding up recovery time and keeping his stamina at peak levels. This isn't the Tyson from 1986. We're talking about a more advanced version who's maximizing his physical capabilities with science and technology. So if Jake Paul thinks Tyson's going to gas out, music, early, all of this tech and advanced training is exactly why Tyson is still dangerous at 58 and why he's not thinking about slowing down anytime soon. That's all I have for you today. Tyson has remarked that he feels better than ever, both mentally and physically. Let's not forget that Tyson wants to keep fighting because boxing is in his blood. This isn't just a battle for a salary or a headline. It's about passion, legacy, and the love of the sport. Tyson has indicated that he still has the fire, which is why he's going into the ring with Jake Paul. And it's why he's not done after that. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how everything comes out. Peace out until then.